Are you still spending hours sending cold messages on LinkedIn? Well, what if I told you you can automate the entire lead generation process so you can turn those warm leads into clients while you sleep? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to set this up step by step. That way you can turn LinkedIn into a 24/7 lead generating machine. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe McCormick, and I'm a former corporate executive turned entrepreneur, keynote speaker, and business coach. For the past 20 years, I've helped individuals grow and scale their business, and I want to help you do the same. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about something that every solopreneur, entrepreneur, side hustler, brand builder needs to know, and that's how you automate your LinkedIn using LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Dripify Automation. Let's dive in and show you how to set this up step by step. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and dive into this training and talk about how we can actually automate LinkedIn. That way, you're not sending out hundreds of messages a week, individually typing them. That's super time consuming. So, this is a far more effective way. There's a couple things that you're going to need in order to do this, though. I highly recommend you get LinkedIn Sales Navigator because it's going to allow you to filter different types of people, whether they're CEOs, business owners, or even job titles. It could be real estate agents, insurance agents. But I'm going to show you how to filter with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You're also going to need Dripify for the automation. Now, Dripify is a paid service. I think it's like anywhere between $60 and $80 a month, but it's so worth it because it's going to save you so many hours versus sending, specific connection requests to individuals. So let's dive into this. Now, as you can see, I'm on my LinkedIn account. Now, the first thing that you need to be aware of is your profile. Now, we're going to talk about personal branding here in a second, but I want you to make sure when you think about your profile, you need to make sure that it's professional, that the images are clear, especially your profile picture. I'm going to show you what a good profile is and what a not so good profile is. But the reason this is important is this. If you think about like, dating sites, if you scroll across somebody and they only have two pictures, you can't really see what their face looks like. Maybe the coloring's not good, or maybe it's just blurry. It looks like they took the picture in their bedroom. It doesn't look professional. They have a dirty background. Would you want to go on a date with that person? Probably not. Well, same thing when it comes to your LinkedIn profile picture and your profile in general. People that are considering connecting with you, they're going to look at your profile. They're going to ask themselves, who is this individual? Do they look professional? What do they do for a living? And they're going to look at it just like they would a dating profile. They're going to be judging you. And that first impression is everything. So it's going to increase your conversions. They're going to decide whether they want to do business with you. Make sure it's professional. So that's step number one. Let's go ahead and take a look at what a professional profile is, what a not so professional profile is. And then we're going to dive into LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I'm going to show you how to use the filters to customize your searches. And then from there, we're going to look at Dripify automation and how we connect that to LinkedIn. So that way all the messages come out automated. That way you're not sending them out individually on a one-on-one basis. So that's the steps today. Shouldn't go longer than 30 minutes. So if you have time, I would love for you to stick around and watch how to do this because it's going to make you a lot of money and it's going to help turn cold leads into warm leads and those warm leads into sales. So anyways, we're on my LinkedIn account right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at a profile that I don't think is professional, and I wouldn't, set up automation with this profile. And I'm going to give you a few reasons why. So as you can see, his profile picture right up here on the top left, I blocked out his name for a reason, but you can see that it's hard to see his face. And then the image quality on the back, I don't even know what the hell that is in the background, but this isn't a professional picture. So make sure that your profile picture, I would hire a professional photographer. And if you don't have a photographer, use the back of your phone, not the front screen, not a selfie, but the back of your phone has really high quality images, especially with these smartphones these days. But make sure the backdrop is like a solid white or a gray. Make sure it's easy to see your face. It's close up. So you have a really high quality picture of your face. It should take up most of that circle for your profile picture. And I'll show you mine in here in a second. He also doesn't have a banner. That's a missed opportunity. The banner could, display what he does. It could also have his phone number on there, his contact information. Now, the next most important thing is right here, his headline. The headline, so people's eyes will naturally go from the top to his picture to the headline. What does he do? So this guy right here says he's a vice president and treasurer, divine equity, online and mobile game investor. He's a real estate investor, former professional basketball team owner, former COO, small path farm, author. There's so many things listed here. What the hell does he do? That's the most important thing. So make sure that your headline captures their attention, but it gives a clear statement, a value statement as to what you do. Um, so if we scroll down here, another thing we see is his About Us page. Make sure you can go to ChatGPT, write yourself a professional About You page that kind of highlights all your qualifications and why somebody would want to do business or connect with you. Then under here we have his posts. These are what he's posted on LinkedIn. If I click this, you can see he's not very active. He only has a few posts. I would post at least twice a day. You can create articles on LinkedIn. It helps you get found not in the searches, but people share your posts. It builds engagement. People want to connect with you because you're providing value to your community. But post at least twice a day and start building up that profile because, like I said, if you don't have a lot of information on there, it doesn't really give people a reason to want to connect with you. So that's my recommendation for this guy's his profile. Uh, Very basic, not horrible, but if you really want to generate leads and build a business, this profile needs quite a bit of work and I can help you do that. But if you haven't already done so, follow me on LinkedIn. I'm going to go to my LinkedIn account right here. It's Joseph McCormick. But let's go ahead and click on my profile and take a look at what mine looks like. So as you can see, I have a banner. It says peak performance growth, marketing, automation, branding, and sales, fueling growth and powering possibilities. And I have my phone number. Now, I got my or built my profile, my header up here. I built that on Canva, so you can easily do that. They have a ton of templates. Wasn't really hard to do. Or you can go to Fiverr.com and you can hire somebody for under $100 to build you a professional LinkedIn header. Um, right here, you got my profile picture. Again, it's clear. People can easily see what my face looks like and who they are going to be potentially doing business with. Down here I have my professional headline. It says business growth consultant helping solopreneurs and entrepreneurs grow with MAPS, MAPS, which stands for marketing, automation, personal branding, and sales. So it clearly states what I do. And then all these words in here are, easy to find on LinkedIn, and it helps me get ranked in the searches. As you can see, if you scroll down, I have my About Us page. So it highlights some of the things that I've done, manage a 2 million square foot e-commerce building with over 3,000 employees, keynote speaker at some of the top universities, including UCLA, USC, UC Riverside. Uh, it's basically, this page is to really highlight how professional I am. So that way people can decide whether they want to do business with me. Right here, I have a highlight video. Now you can pin this to the top of your profile. So when people are scrolling, they see that video first and they don't miss it. But this is just a quick highlight video of me speaking at one of the universities. So that helps people decide whether they want to do business with me as well. Then, if you click on all my posts, you can see that I have different posts that I've created. You know, um, about business. I would say 90% of my posts are about business, 10% are going to be personal, whether it's family, friends, networking events. That way people get to really understand who I am and what I do. Um, but that's the importance of having a professional profile, because if you automate this and you're spending money to automate, people are going to check out your profile and decide whether they want to connect or do business with you. So make sure that first impression is gold and make your profile look as amazing as possible. Let's see. Let's go back down here. I have a couple other things to show who I am and what I've done. I have 2 books that I published. So if you click on show publication, then these are the books they can find on Amazon that I published. But either way, this helps increase my connection, the connection requests. That people, when I do send the automation, people will definitely be checking out and viewing. So now let's get into the meat of things and talk about how we automate LinkedIn and how we connect everything. So you go to Sales Navigator up at the top. If you don't have Sales Navigator, you can still automate, but this tool helps a lot. I don't know how much it costs. I think it's like $100 a month or something, but it allows you to filter CEOs, job titles, whether they're insurance brokers, real estate agents, personal trainers. You can really filter all your leads right here. So I'm going to click on Sales Navigator to show you how to filter and show you how powerful this is. Now, I'm on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click lead filter on the top. And then from here, you can see on the left-hand side, we have a bunch of filters that we can do. So we can have, current company that they work at, employee headcount, how many employees do they have, or does that company have? Right here, current job title. So I'm going to just go ahead and put CEO. So I'm going to search for all CEOs. And then below that, it could be past job title or how many years in the position. Let's just put 3 to 5 years in the current position. And then you can do a search on the location. So geography, I'm going to put, let's just put Orange County, California, and I'm going to put include. So now it's going to search for all the CEOs or the individuals that have CEO as a title in Orange County. As you can see, there's over 2,000 of them right here. So that concludes my search. Now you can go really specific and really filter these out to the type of person or the avatar that you're looking for. Um, but that's how you use Sales Navigator. And the reason this is powerful is because it's going to connect with your automation tool, which is Dripify. Now let's show you how Dripify works. So I'm in Dripify right now, my account. If you don't have it, it's spelled Dripify. This is a LinkedIn automation tool. This saves you so much time from sending out personal connection requests and messaging people on an individual basis. Let's take a look and see how it works. So this is the dashboard. So this is showing me what's going on right now. I have 2 campaigns that I'm running. This campaign has 1,854. This one has 1,436 people in it. This is the ones that are already in the sequence. I have 267 leads in my sequence right now. This one has, let's see, total leads continuing in sequence 462. This is my acceptance rate. Out of all the leads that I'm sending messages to, this is how many are connecting with me and accepting my connection request, 37 and 32. It's a pretty good percentage considering, right? So this is your dashboard, but let's talk about how to set up your campaign. So if you don't have Dripify, it's really easy to connect it to your LinkedIn. You simply purchase Dripify, the monthly subscription, and then it's going to prompt you to log into your LinkedIn account. Once you do that, it automatically connects it to you. So you don't have to worry about integrating or anything like that. It does it automatically once you log into your LinkedIn. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to set up your own campaign. So what you're going to do is you're going to click create new campaign, and then we're going to add leads. Now, if you don't have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can do a basic LinkedIn search and add them that way. You can paste in their profile from LinkedIn right here. But to make it so much easier, we do LinkedIn Sales Navigator search, and I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now, let's go back to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and right here I can click Save Search and then put in that URL, or I can just copy this URL that I just did since I just filtered this all out. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go and paste it into Dripify. Simple as that. Now look at it, shows 2,452 leads or CEOs that I just filtered that are now going to be in this campaign. I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now it says same leads found in other campaigns recommended. So what that's doing is it's making sure if you have the same lead in another one of your campaigns, it's not duplicating the messages and sending those individuals messages as well. Always check that box. Also check no photo on lead profile. If they don't have a photo on their profile, don't don't campaign or don't send a campaign to them. Why? Because they're probably not active on LinkedIn, and why would you want to work with somebody that doesn't even have a professional profile? So I always click no profile. You can also click less than 500 connections. So if they don't have more than 500 connections, you can opt in not to send any messages to that individual. If they don't have 500, they're probably not that active. Just something to consider. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and click next, and then I'm going to create my campaign name. I'm going to put SoCal CEOs. Then I'm going to put create list. Bam. And then from here, all you have to do is simply hit next. Now you have a few different templates here that you can select from. I don't recommend using their templates. I recommend creating your own campaign and using your own template. But if you want to be lazy, there's three different templates that you can pick from: lead generation, endorse your skills, or extra profile views. I would use lead generation if you're going to use this, because that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to generate leads for your business so you can make some freaking money. So anyways, let's create a custom campaign. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. It's super easy. So this is the start. This is where you start your campaign at. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click add. I always recommend you don't send them a connection request first. The first thing you want to do is you want to view their profile. And then it's going to say one day after you view their profile, what are you going to do? I'm going to click add again, and then I'm going to click like a post. Why? Because it's warming them up. If they have a little bit of familiarity with you, they see that you view their profile, that you liked one of their posts, they're more likely to connect with you. So don't just send a connection request without doing that. Make sure that you view their profile, like their posts, and it's automatically going to do this for you. So those are the first two things, day one and day two. The third day, what you're going to do is you're going to click add, and then you're going to say send an invite. Now look at that. This is a sequence right now. So what it's going to do is it's going to send them a connection request invite right now. How do we make this look like it's personalized specifically for them? Well, it's simple. You're going to click send invite, and then we're going to put in a message to them. I'm going to put their first name. So Dripify is automatically going to pull their first name off of their profile, and it's going to paste it right in there for you. So it looks like you're sending them a personal message. Now, I already have a few messages typed up. I went to ChatGPT, and I had ChatGPT create me connection request emails. So I like this one, and it's been pretty successful. It says, I'm always looking to build stronger network with other local business owners here in SoCal. Let's connect and support one another. And then it has my email, my name, and everything right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that into my message request box right here. Now that's the first message that it's going to send them, and it's going to say, connect with me. Bam. I hit save. That one goes out. Now, if they accept it, what happens after they accept it? Well, one day after they accept it, you click add, and then you have some options. I would always do like a post after they accept it. And then 2 days after that, I would go a personal message. Now, once they connect with you, you're allowed to send up to 5,000 character message, so it could be a lot longer. On my first message that I'm going to send them, I'm going to send them a message that, thanks them for their request, but at the same time, I'm going to send them my calendar link as well so they can book a time on my calendar. Remember, with automation, you're not trying to sell them on the spot. You're not putting a link saying purchase this or buy my coaching program. That looks so tacky. You're going to get in trouble if you do that. It's all about connection and building relationships. So, as you can see, this message is I'd love to learn more about your business and see if there's ways we can support one another, whether it's sharing resources, referrals, or exchanging ideas from time to time. If you're open to a quick Zoom chat or coffee sometime soon, here's a link to my calendar. Bam. That's going to go to them after they accept my connection request 2 days after. But if they click on my calendar, what it does is it's going to take them to my Calendly calendar so they can book a time on my calendar or my Zoom, a Zoom call with me. Now, the reason this is cool is because instead of going back and forth, which is a pain in the ass, like, are you free on Tuesday or this time on Wednesday? What about their, Pacific time and they're on Eastern time? Then it gets all freaking confusing. If you set up Calendarly, it automatically does everything for you. So all they're going to do is click on your calendar. They're going to book a time and bam, what type of meeting is it? They're going to do that on a time that's convenient to them. It's going to send them the invite. It's going to send them the Zoom link. So you don't have to send any of that shit to them. It's so easy and perfect. Calendarly cost me $15 a month. I highly recommend it no matter what you do because, if you're going to set up a meeting with somebody, if, instead of texting back and forth, you can just shoot them your calendar link and they can book a time in your calendar and it automatically puts it in your calendar so you don't have to worry about organizing any of that. I'll show you how to set up Calendarly in another video, but I highly recommend that you do that so you can, people can book a time in your calendar. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and paste that into here. Whoops, I didn't paste the right one. Let's copy this one. Bam, I'm going to paste that into there and just click save. Now, after I send them this email, maybe 2 days after, if they don't reply, I send them a follow-up email. And then I'm going to add another message. Bam. So your campaign should last no longer than 14 days. Only send a message every 3 to 4 days. Don't send them one all the time. People aren't checking their LinkedIn on a day-to-day basis. So make it under 14 days and then the campaign ends after that. So it's usually like 3 or 4 touches from here. Um, Reason being is because you don't want this campaign to drag on for the same person for months on end. If they're not going to connect and they're not engaged, move on to the next person. So once you do that and you've finalized all your whole campaign for that side, you just click end sequence. Now we have to go back up top where it says, you said sent the invite, but say they haven't accepted the invite. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to click add, and then you're going to go InMail. Now, InMail is like a private DM. A cool thing about an InMail is it lets you send up to 1,900 characters. So it's a lot. It could be a lot longer. I'm going to go ahead and put hello, and then put their first name. And then again, I'm going to put a personalized message in here like, hey, I'd love to connect with you. I want to learn more about your business. Now, there's a couple ways to customize these emails to make it seem a little bit more personal. As you can see at the top, you have position. So what's their current position? You can put that in there. It's going to pull that from their LinkedIn. I don't recommend doing that because some people don't put their exact position. You can do it by their company name. You can do it right here by industry, by their city. There's a bunch of different things that you can personalize it to. City sometimes nice, like, hey, John, I was working in Irvine, because typically people put the city they work on in their profile. So it's going to pull that from there. And it seems a little bit more personal, like you're local to them. So you can use, some of those features as well to make these a lot more personal. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now, as you can see, if they don't accept my invite and they don't want to connect, maybe we do this about 6 days, let's just say 4 days after. So 4 days after I sent them the invite, they don't connect. Automatically, they're going to get an email in their LinkedIn account, and it's going to have your private personalized message to them in their email. That's going to increase conversions. It's going to help you increase your connections, which is really cool. Now, if they don't accept your in-mail, I always say, like, 10 days after, whatever, you end the campaign. I put apply and then I click end. Now, I always check this box that says recommended. It says wait until your email is responded to. Yes. Bam, you end that. Now, again, on InMail, if they say yes or they respond to your InMail after you send them a personal InMail, they respond to it. Right here, you can add another sequence. You can add messages, like their post, send them a personal email. You can do all that stuff right here as well on your automation. Like I said, keep it under 14 days. Let's go ahead and end the sequence because you can't move on until all the sequences have ended. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see our sequence. So this is your sequence, guys. It's view, as you can see, view profile is at the top. That's step number one. That's the first thing that happens. Then it's going to like one of their posts. Then it's going to send them an invite. If they like the invite, bam, they have a series of things that happen if they accept your invite. If they don't, they have another series of things that happen if they don't accept your invite. The campaign ends after 14 days. Super easy. Next, what we're going to do is click next button, and then we're going to name the campaign. So, Cal CEOs. Now, you can also put webhooks on here that integrate with your CRM. So if you're using Salesforce or Zoho or anything like that, you can do that. I never do it, but that's up to you. Now, all I'm going to do is click save and launch campaign. That's how easy it is. Now, you can see that right up here, the campaign has launched. So it's getting it ready to put in the queue. You wait a day or two, you're going to see it starts to send out all these emails. I'll show you right here if I go to my inbox. So as you can see in my inbox, these are all the people that have replied to my messages. What's cool about Dripify is you don't have to go to your LinkedIn to send messages anymore. All you do is go to your inbox and then you can click on their name or the message. They said, thanks for the link. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just type them a message. And since they're connected, it's going to send them a message to their LinkedIn. So you don't have to ever go into your LinkedIn and do this. I manage this just like I manage my emails. But you can click all, and then you can see all the messages that have sent out. Not only the ones that when they respond to you, but you can also see the ones that are in the queue as well. This is all the activity. It sends out so many messages a day on your behalf where you don't have to sit here and pay somebody to do it or do it yourself, which is super nice. But so the way I manage this is I go to my inbox and then I click on unread, and then this guy typed back, happy to connect. Then what I'm going to do, since it stopped the campaign, since he replied to me, now I have to manually reply back. Hey, no problem. Whatever his name is, David, happy to connect. I'm going to send him another message. Hey, book a time in my calendar. And I'm going to copy and paste that in there. So look at all these people, though, that have responded, replied back to me. This keeps me so busy. It's made me a lot of money, but it's building relationships. These are all CEOs in Southern California that I'm connecting with. Pretty damn cool, if you ask me. So back up here, if you go to your dashboard, you can see all the activity that's happening. So all the messages that are going out, who they're going to, so you can always take a look at that. But that's how you automate your LinkedIn using Dripify to save you a ton of time to warm up your cold leads, turn them into warm, and ultimately close more freaking deals. So guys, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, show that you like the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel because I'm going to be posting more videos like this on a weekly basis to help you grow and scale your business. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful day.